bearing my soul for all to see, to share with the world a piece of me. Hello and welcome everyone. Andy Bryan here from The Soul Pathway, and today within this video I wanted to bear with you my soul so that you could find out more about my background and what has led me to do the work that I do today, because I personally believe it's played an integral role in doing the work I do today, in supporting others in awakening to who they are on their spiritual journey, so that they can love, honour and appreciate the wholeness and beauty of who they are. So my spiritual journey began many years ago, and you could say it was before I began my quest on the spiritual journey itself. And I experienced a relationship breakup, and it brought me to my knees many years ago. I was incredibly distraught, very much feeling lost and depressed in the world, and I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I felt very much alone in those moments. I would say it was one of the pivotal moments in my life in many ways. And when I felt lost, I went through this phase of feeling very down and depressed, didn't know what I was doing. And my friend introduced me to neurolinguistic programming and hypnotherapy many years ago now. And you could say this was a starting point of my journey, because I first went on a neurolinguistic programming course and hypnotherapy course a few years later, after I'd done much of my personal study, which was incredibly eye-opening to me. What I came to realise was that hypnosis and hypnotherapy wasn't what I perceived it to be, or even how it is portrayed within the world around us. In fact, I would say it's very much different, and it's a beautiful healing modality in order to heal those wounds and those traumas within you, because it helps you delve deep into your unconscious and those aspects that you may have locked away for many years, which really helped me, work through some of those wounds of not feeling good enough or worthy through my breakup, where I felt lost and alone and very much depressed. I shifted my mindset into a place of confidence and self-esteem. It was a beautiful transition, and in many ways this was the beginning of my journey, and there was a lot that I had to shift and change to truly awaken to who I was. But this was the beginning of my quest, which was absolutely beautiful. So as I went about my journey, many of you will know that I came across the work of Joseph Campbell and the hero's journey. And at this time in my life, I was also feeling at a loss. Again, feeling quite alone, didn't know what I was doing in my life, and very much disorientated with the world around me. And I came across the hero's journey and Joseph Campbell's work, which is heavily based around Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud, because it had a basis of psychology within it, but also to understand ourselves on our own journey. So when I felt lost and alone, I even felt like I'd lost my own identity in certain moments, and I was very much in my own cave, like I still am at times. It's a place where I feel very much comfortable, and I very much isolate myself from the world around me. But Joseph Campbell in the hero's journey helped me to understand myself at a very deep level, which I found was beautiful. Carl Jung spoke about, our soul as an individual being a combination of our ego, ourself, and our shadow. So it helped me understand my conditioning, what I was going through in my life, whether that be the conditions that I experienced through my relationship breakup, and then the beliefs I had about myself, about me not being good enough or worthy, or even other situations in my life where I'd formed certain beliefs about myself that I came to realise weren't precisely true, because a lot of my memories were stored within the unconscious, which obviously brought back some of my work within hypnotherapy. So I began exploring my shadows, aspects and wounds within, and very dark and challenging time, as I'm sure you are aware yourself if you've gone through your shadow. Because when you connect with your shadow, there are a lot of suppressed and repressed memories, maybe aspects of yourself that you weren't even aware of at all in your life. You go within it and all these traumas come to the surface, like they did with myself. And, as I began working through them, I began loving those different aspects of myself. But again, it wasn't easy. But that process of self-love was a journey, and the journey, as I mentioned in many videos as well, is the destination. But obviously, through understanding my own spiritual journey as well, through the work of Joseph Campbell, it made me realise that it doesn't matter where I was on my journey, as long as I could truly understand myself, in the knowing that I'm always growing and evolving into the person I'm meant to be. And in many ways, I am that becoming within, as I uncover and unravel those different aspects of myself within. And this is obviously a journey you will go through within your life as you grow, evolve and transcend on your journey, which is beautiful. But I also wanted to share with you aspects of me searching not only for my truth and understanding within myself to connect with my soul, but also with the collective consciousness, because this has been incredibly difficult and challenging for myself as well. I remember connecting with the work of Anthony Robbins many years ago. And Anthony Robbins was an incredible teacher for me and taught me many things. I don't know him personally, but I connected very deeply with his work at some time. And I remember through one of his teachings, he had said that if you want to know true wisdom, then you have to look at the light and beauty in this world, and also the darkness. Because in doing so, not only can you connect with the beautiful aspects of life and live in that high vibration of beauty, but you can understand the darkness in people and what's caused people to act out in certain ways. And I found this very interesting, and it led me into researching certain characters within life. And within that, I came to realize that not everybody's portrayal, within the world around us is entirely true. But what I would love for you to do is make your own assumptions up yourself in order to find your own wisdom. So I'm not going to be speaking with you about my answers and the conclusions at which I've come to, but I'd love for you to find that wisdom within yourself. So I went on this other journey, and my other journey was exploring the collective consciousness of what is going on within the world around us. And you could say I explored, aspects of politics and other aspects of life and what was going on within the world around us. And it did lead me into a deep and dark cave again. And I had some difficult and challenging times through that, where I was very much disassociated from myself, because I couldn't come to terms with what I was seeing. And again, I'm sure many of you will have experienced the same. But through going through these experiences, it's helped me to connect with myself at a much deeper level. It's helped me to have love and compassion for everybody on their path, and more importantly also myself. So I'm not hard on myself and the experiences which I've gone through, but so that I can love and appreciate those aspects that are held within the darkness. But with relation to the soul pathway for me is very much all about you really connecting with yourself and your soul and understanding who you truly are. And in order to do that, what you really have to do is explore all of the conditioning that has shaped you into the person that you are right now. And yes, this can be difficult and challenging to look at. We have beautiful aspects of conditioning and challenging aspects, but all of which can help us understand ourselves. And some aspects of conditioning will form those shadow aspects within. And when you explore those shadow aspects, you may go through that dark night of the soul, like I have been through and gone through many times. But there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I remember someone once said, and it was a beautiful quote, I can't remember it exactly, but after the night has gone, the sun rises. So you're not always going to find yourself in this place of darkness, but it is a place of uncovering and revealing who you are. So you have to explore your own conditioning and what has shaped you into the person you are today, so that you can reveal those aspects within, go through that process of individuation, like Carl Jung mentions, and really integrating all those aspects of your soul, because your soul, as I've mentioned, is a culmination of your ego, yourself, and your shadow, and embracing the wholeness and beauty of who you are. There is love and light and even darkness within all of us. And once you have began finding yourself and connecting with your soul, that's when I believe the journey of the collective consciousness begins. And this is where it's essential for each and every one of us, I personally believe, to explore the darkness of the collective and the shadow of the collective consciousness. And this is where you will bring the darkness to light and bring it to your own conscious awareness. And yes, it will be difficult and challenging. Yes, you will also go through these periods of disassociation from self. But when you become disassociated and disconnected, that's again when you can begin to find yourself once more. I personally believe it's essential for each and every one of us to live in true authenticity within life and again the world around us. So each and every one of us has a duty in many ways, especially with us on our spiritual journey. You have to explore this so that you can live as authentic as a life that you can. But these are just a few of the insights of myself and my journey as I've bared a few aspects of my soul, some of the experiences I've gone through. I hope you found this interesting, but what I'd love to hear from you is some of the experiences at which you've gone through in order to awaken to who you are. What was your dark night of the soul like, if you've gone through that yourself? And what was it like on the other side, where you truly began to step into the love and light, more importantly, the wholeness and beauty of who you are? So thank you again for listening. Again, I hope you found this video to be valuable and useful. Please leave your questions and comments in the section below, and I do look forward to connecting with you in another video very soon. Take care and much love. Awaken your soul pathway and shift from self to soul. Download our free app on the Google Play Store, where you can disconnect from your mind in order to reconnect with your soul as you awaken to your spiritual journey and connect with your soul from within. Learn from one of our many courses available on Udemy. We have our Archetypes for Life program, where you can connect with your inner world in order to transform your outer world. We also have your Awaken Your Inner Warrior course, where you can learn how to balance your masculine and feminine within. You can even take the journey of divine love to embrace your soulmate or twin flame. Or you can honour and heal your shadow as you shift it from darkness to light. Gain deeper insights from Spirit as you connect with your soul and awaken your soul pathway with our Soul Pathway Oracle cards. Visit www.thesoulpathway.com for more information.